Hi, my name is Josiah, and today I've teamed up with Lick to show you guys how to edit to the beat inside of Final Cut Pro. Now, editing to a beat is pretty easy to learn, but be sure to stick around to the end because after I go over the basics, I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks that will really help your edit stand out from the rest. Alright, now jumping straight into it, I'm going to go ahead and add a clip onto my timeline as well as the song we'll be using today. Now when editing to music like this, it's really important to have a very good view of the waveform because that's what's going to allow you to time your cuts properly. So to do that in Final Cut Pro, just click this little film icon on the right. This slider will allow you to increase the height of all your tracks, and then these buttons up here will allow you to choose the ratio of video to waveform in your timeline. So now by looking at those spikes on the waveform, we can go ahead and start dragging on more clips and making sure they are all aligned with each spike on the waveform. So now if we play through it, we can see we cut to a new clip every fourth beat. And you can see that creates a really cool sort of pulsating effect between each of these drone shots. Now, if we don't want to cut to another clip, we can always start incorporating some other elements like text. So what I've done here is added a new letter to the text every single beat, and that just creates this really cool looking dramatic reveal. Now in this example, we just have 3 clips that look very similar, so it sort of makes sense to cut them very evenly like that. It creates that cool pulsating effect. But when you have a whole scene to edit, it can just be very boring when you cut to a new clip every single fourth beat without ever changing that. Now to demonstrate how you can create a little bit more variety when doing this, I want to show you another timeline. But first, go ahead and check out the finished product, and then we'll zoom in and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Alright, hopefully that little scene serves as a good example of how you can create a little bit more variety in your editing. And before we hop into the timeline and show you exactly how I made that, I want to take a quick moment and talk to you guys about Licked. Licked is an online service which allows you to license chart music to use in your videos. They make it really easy for video creators and filmmakers to find exactly the right song for their project. They offer a huge library of music with a wide variety of genres, and your first song is free, so check them out at the link in the video description. Now in this little skateboard scene, I incorporated several different techniques to keep the edit from feeling boring. Now the first thing you'll notice is that not every clip in the timeline is the same length. And this is a really easy way to keep your edit interesting. Rather than just cutting every single clip the same length, make some shorter and some longer. Another thing I did is editing to action. This means aligning an action in a clip to a beat with the song rather than the actual cut itself. This is a great way to emphasize different things going on in front of the camera. I used it to emphasize when this guy landed this kickflip right with that big first drop of the song, and it really helps to make that landing feel really powerful. Then after that, I do this little frame-in-frame transition. This is a pretty fun transition to mess around with, and it's a great way to add in more fast-paced cuts without jarring your audience. So you can see I did that just by overlaying the first clip on top of the second clip and then trimming down each side of the top clip by 100 pixels. Then finally I added another instance of the second clip on top of that, but this time with 200 pixels trimmed off each side. I also use this little stuttery effect to introduce the new wide angle. To do that, I just cut off a beginning section of that clip, cropped in by 110%, and then just duplicated that little section. And then to finish it, I added this top-down drone shot at the very end, and that just helps to drive home that last beat as the video fades to an end. And that is how to edit to the beat in Final Cut Pro. Don't forget to download your free song by clicking the link in the video description. Also, if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to Lick Tutorials. They have a new video coming out every Monday. I'm Josiah. Thanks for watching.